Well, it looks like the drama is not slowing down today. This is breaking news in Hollywood. Media mogul Tyler Perry, one of the most powerful names in entertainment, is now facing a lawsuit that's sending shockwaves through the industry. Known for building an empire of faith-based films and family drama, Harry is now caught in a real-life legal drama of his own. And this time, the cameras are not rolling by choice. Who's suing him? What's at stake? And how could this change everything for the man behind Madea? So stay locked in. We're going to get right into it. And I'm going to read some of the text messages as well as the article from TMZ. Now, I was going to do a review on Tyler Perry's latest film, Straw, but I will just try to make that video some other time. I want to go ahead and get into some of this article by TMZ, and it reads, Tyler Perry sued for sexual assault. Oval actor claims years of harassment. Tyler Perry is facing an accusation of sexual assault, a claim coming from an actor on his long-running TV show, The Oval, and one Tyler's camp calls a scam, TMZ has learned. Derek Dixon filed a lawsuit against Perry, and in the docs, he claims he and the director met at an event back in 2019. In Derek's words, Tyler picked him out of the crowd and asked for his phone number, suggesting he might have a role for him. As it turns out, he did. Derek says Tyler gave him a small role in 2 episodes of a show called Ruthless. Then in January 2020, Derek says Tyler invited him to his Atlanta home and he accepted, hoping to build a friendship that would lead to more acting gigs. But according to the suit, while there, Derek drank too much and ended up sleeping in a guest room. In the docs obtained by TMZ, Derek claims Tyler got into bed with him and started touching his thighs. And although he rejected the advances that night, he claims Tyler remained interested. Shortly thereafter, Derek says he landed the role of Dale in The Oval. Great for his career, but he claims it was around this time that Tyler also started firing off sexually suggestive texts, including asking what Drew's sexual preferences were and telling him he has sex with men. Derek also notes his character, Dale, was written as a gay, homeless, and desperate store clerk who had to sleep with other characters for a place to stay. He claims that's exactly what Tyler told him he was looking for in a real-life sexual partner, someone who would be loyal and dependent upon Tyler. So let's just stop right there for a moment from everything I've read so far in this TMZ article. Now, for years, there have been rumors regarding Tyler Perry being gay or possibly being bisexual. So it's not surprising that we would hear something like this, and maybe most of us, some of us would automatically assume that he allegedly sexually harassed this guy because of the rumors that have been allegedly going on for years. Even the Boondocks made a parody about Tyler Perry allegedly. In the parody, or in the cartoon, it did showcase some character that resembled Madea and put it on place and having all these attractive guys around him. You have to be all oiled up and everything. So it's not surprising if this was to come out for people to maybe possibly believe it. However, it looks like Tyler Perry's camp is calling this a scam so far. So it's going to be really interesting to see where this goes. And Tyler Perry does have a lot of money now. And I will have to say this. He did start off making church-based plays. And there was never really a homosexual character in his plays. Now, he could have put a homosexual character in those plays and he chose not to. So when he did get all of his money, it's like most of his movies, even like a play or so, now you actually see a homosexual character. Does that mean that he is just changing and evolving with the times? Could be. Or maybe Tyler Perry feels comfortable now that he has made a lot of money and he is a boss, regardless to whatever we think about his movies. He is indeed a boss. So now he can put whatever he wants into his films. So it just makes me just think, because I've noticed that you didn't have that in your films previously as you were starting out. And that doesn't mean that he necessarily had to. But now more and more, it seems like he is putting in quite a few characters that happen to be homosexual and maybe showcasing a little bit of that lifestyle. Just a little bit. And it makes me think, are you doing this because you're evolving and you're being inclusive? Or are you doing this because subconsciously you yourself want to just come on out and be whoever you want to be? I mean, that's just me when I see his films now. But it doesn't matter to me whether or not he did it back then or if he did it now. It was just a question that I had running through my mind. So I am going to go ahead and read maybe a couple of these screenshot text messages. However, I will have them posted up so you can see them for yourself. Also, all of this comes from TMZ, so you can check that out on your own time. The first one says, "This is Dixon in blue, Tyler is in black." Dixon says, "Nice picture. Yeah, the water does look calm." And Tyler responds, "Nice picture," with a bunch of question marks. Then Dixon comes back and says, "Great, amazing, awesome picture." And Tyler comes back and says, "You don't see that stud in that nice picture? Rude." And then Dixon says, "LOL, yes, that's a stud." And at the bottom, because it is blacked out, we can assume that maybe Tyler Perry allegedly called him an a-hole if this is allegedly a real text message. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and read this second screenshot of text messages and just leave the rest up to you guys. And this definitely looks like a conversation that you want to see from beginning to end, because something is definitely missing above it. But of course, Tyler Perry is in the black, Dixon is in blue. What's it going to take for you to have guiltless sex? Have y'all found that yet in therapy? Yes, it's the exact same kind of car, Geo Metro. So it seems like they were already having a conversation about something. Who knows if this is true? Did Dixon allegedly bait him into saying something like this? And then they're having the discussion about it? I don't know, because where does the Geo Metro car come into play? Anyway, Dixon responds by saying, "Giving up my religious guilt, becoming a Buddhist, that's so cool. where you come from. And then he says, unfortunately, Derek, I have friends who are in their 50s and 60s who are still dealing with that. And it's so sad. You can have freedom from religious guilt and still believe in Christ. Okay, so jumping back to the TMZ article, just going to read a little bit more. The lawsuit includes years of text messages allegedly sent between both men. Most of the ones Tyler Perry allegedly sent are sexually charged. For instance, one reads, quote, "No straight man would be going on walks with you or cooking dinner for you unless they wanted to F you. I would F you." So it definitely looks like we are not going to hear the last of this anytime soon. And according to the suit, Dixon finally filed a complaint with Equal Employment and Opportunity Commission in June of 2024 and then quit the Oval, saying he could no longer put up with the alleged sexual harassment. Tyler's attorney, Matthew Bold, tells us this is an individual who got close to Tyler Perry for what now appears to be nothing more than setting up a scam. But Tyler will not be shaken down, and we are confident these fabricated claims of harassment will fail. So do you guys think that this is all false? Was Dixon allegedly a plant to try to possibly take down Tyler Perry? I mean, at some point, I hate to admit it, but I mean, it is true and it is a factor. There does seem to be a lot of temptation, a lot of bait being dangled in front of these black celebrities in order to get their riches. However, if you take the bait, if you take the temptation, is the fault on the person that's trying to trap you or for you for taking the bait? I don't know. And also, Christian Key's name has been trending on social media, on Twitter, X specifically, because I had did a video talking about Christian Keys when he came out and said that a big time producer was harassing him, and people assumed he was talking about Tyler Perry at the time, even though he didn't mention any names. And also, I believe Christian Keys did say that maybe other people will eventually come out. So I will post that video for you guys to go ahead and check out. It is an older video now, but what do you think? Do you think all of this is just truly a setup, or could have Tyler Perry possibly just took the bait and made a dumb decision with this person? Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And oh yeah, until next time, bye.